Hi, today we're going to talk about long division. It's really important that you follow the steps and you do the same thing because you do it over and over and over again. It takes a long time, that's why it's called long division. Your problem gets very long down the page. Alright, let's go ahead and go through a problem and let's talk about what we need to be looking at, what we need to be thinking as we go through a long division problem. First of all, you need to identify your divisor. Your divisor is the number that you're going to be dividing by. It's the number you're counting by throughout the whole problem. So in this problem, if we're dividing by the number 5, I've got to keep those multiples of 5 in my head as I go ahead and I divide. I've got to think 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. I've got to keep those in my head so I can do my division in the easiest way possible. The better you know your multiplication facts, the better you're going to be at long division. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with the thousands place. And what I'd like to do, what I want you to do is underline the very first place you're going to divide. Whether it's a 2-digit number that you're dividing or a 3-digit number or a 4-digit number, underline that first place. And you want to ask yourself the question, am I able to divide here? Can I take a group of 5 from 7? Can you? Of course you can. As long as the number is the same or greater, you'll be able to divide in that very first place. So in my thousands, I can take 5 from 7. Now the question is, how many times can I do that? Well, we're lucky. We'll always, barring a tragic accident, have enough fingers to check that first place. We've got 7. We need to take away a group of 5. I can do it once. We're going to put that one group above the 7. I can take 5 from 7 one time. Now, I always put a little multiplication sign in that corner there. And I tell my children that when you put a number here, you're going to multiply it around. So we're going to do one group of 5. 1 times 5, we'll take a total of 5. So we'll put the 5 under the 7. So we started with 7 things. We're going to take a group of 5. So now we've got to do subtraction to see how many are left. 7 minus 5, I have 2 thousands that are left. Well, I can't do anything with those 2 thousands. I can't break them up into 5 groups anymore. So what I've got to do is I've got to take those thousands and change them into hundreds. And what that's going to be is I'm going to have, these are hundreds. Each thousand is going to break into 10 of these. So if I have 2,000, I'm going to have 20 hundreds, plus I have 2 hundreds here already. So I'm going to bring those 2 hundreds down, and now I have 22 of these. I have 22 hundreds flats. Okay? So now I want to take away, again, groups of 5. And I tell my children, I ask my children, when you count by 5s, do you get 22? And they should tell me, no, you don't. Then I tell them, get close. When you count by 5s, what multiple of 5 is close to 22? It's 20. So we'll put the 20 here. Now, when you put a number down, you have to put a number up. 5 times what gives us that 20? It's 5 times 4. So we'll put our 4 here. Now, I had 22 hundreds. I'm going to take 20 of those hundreds away, and it's going to leave me with 2 of them. So now I have 2 of these hundreds that are left. I can't do anything with these. I can't break these two hundreds into 5 more groups. I only have 2 of them. I can't take 5 away. So now I've got to change these hundreds into tens. I'm going to change them into these. I had 2 hundreds. Each hundred is 10 of these. So if I have 2 of them, I have 20 hundreds. Or 20 tens, pardon me, 20 tens. And I'm going to bring down the 4 that I had already. So now I have 24 tens. When you count by 5s, do you get 24? No. Get close without going over. What's it going to be? 20. Number down, number up. 5 times what is 20? 5 times 4. Now let's subtract. We had 24 of these. We're going to take 20 away. And now we have 4. And we're going to bring down the 3. I'm going to change these into, I have 4 of these, I can't take 5 from them anymore. I'm going to change them into ones. Okay? The ones. Can you see it? Extreme close-up. I have 43 of those now. Again, counting by 5s. Do you get 43? No, you don't. Get close. What's going to get you close? It's going to be 40. Number down, number up. 5 times what gives us that 40? 5 times 8. My last thing to do, I had 43 ones. I just used 40 of them. How many are left? 3. Now I've brought down every number that I had in my problem. So if I bring down all my numbers and I have all my places filled in up here, this number at the end is my remainder. It's what's left over. I'm going to circle that. I'm going to bring it back up to the top, and I'm going to put an R for remainder, and I'm going to put a 3. Now, not only is it important to know the process, it's important to know what you're talking about as far as once you've completed the problem. If you had 7,243 items and you were going to put them into 5 equal groups, then you would have 1,448 in each group, and you would keep how many? 3. That's what the remainder means. After you divided them evenly, you'd have 3 left over. Let's look at another one. Sometimes when you go to divide that first number, I'm going to underline my 3. Sometimes you can't divide that number. If I only have 3 things, can I take, in this case 7, can I take 7 away? No, I only have 3 things. I can't take 7. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold that place above the 3. We're going to put a big old X right there. We can't do anything with that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take that line and we're going to extend it to the next number. So now instead of 3 thousands, we're going to make it 31 hundreds. Now, counting by sevens, do you get 31? No. Get close. What's it going to be? You know? Sure you do. It's 28. Number down, number up. 7 times what is 28? 7 times 4. Now, we go to subtract. Please, please, please subtract carefully. We can't take 8 from 1, so we've got to borrow, regroup. 11 minus 8 is 3. 2 minus 2 is 0. I'm going to leave it the way it is. Now, I can't do anything with this 3 the way it is, so I've got to change it to tens. I'm going to bring down the 6 tens I have, and now I've got 36 tens that I have to put into groups of 7. When you count by sevens, do you get 36? You don't. What gets close? 35. Number down, number up. 7 times what gives you 35? 7 times 5. Subtract here. I had 36 tens. I just used 35. I'm going to have 1 left. I'm going to bring down my 2, and now I have 12 ones. 12 ones. When I count by sevens, do I get 12? No. What's going to get me close? 1. One group of 7. 7 gets me close. 7 times 1. Okay? And now I subtract at the end. 12 minus 7 gives me a remainder of 5. Now, an important thing about your remainders, you always need to check your remainder and see if it is smaller than your divisor. Your remainder can never be the same number or larger. If it is, you could have taken another group away so the last number you put wasn't big enough. Always check your remainder and make sure it's smaller than your divisor. Okay? So, long division, it's not complicated, but it's long. And you have to know your multiplication facts. Okay? Let's go through one more before we cut it off and give ourselves another shot at it. Let's do a 3-digit number this time. And we'll divide by, let's divide by the number 8. And let's do 902, and we'll divide it by 8. 902 divided by 8. Okay, we're going to start with an X in the corner. That's going to remind me to multiply around. We're going to underline that first digit. How many times can I take 8 from 9? I can do it 1 time. 1 times 8 is 8. I'm going to subtract 9 minus 8. I have 100 left. I'm going to break it apart into tens. Bring down the 0 tens that I had. Now I have 10 tens. When I count by eights, do I get 10? No. Get close. 8 is close. 8 times 1 is 8. I'm going to subtract here. 10 minus 8 is 2. I'm going to bring down the 2 that I had. When I count by eights, do I get 22? No. Get close. 16, which is 8 times 2. Number down, number up. 8 times 2. I want to subtract now and finish my problem. I have a 1 here and a 12 here. 12 minus 6 is 6. And I have 112 with a remainder of 6. Now, is 6 a good remainder for this problem? Is it? It is, because it's less than my divisor of 8. Okay? The better you know your multiplication facts, the easier long division is going to be. If you know your multiplication facts really well, it's very easy to go ahead and put the numbers in there and just work your way through the problem. Okay? Have your parents make new problems for you. Have Grandma, Aunt Mary, whoever you stay with, have them make some more problems, and you keep working on it, working on it, working on it. You'll have it in no time. Work hard, pay attention. I'll see you next time.